Finalist Podcast. I'm Shanegotyou11, and with me as always is Trey.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a good week. We are back again with another episode of the West Coast Podcast. And we got a couple things that we'd like to touch on, but I mean the way that the podcast is now, we'll just start talking about something and then we'll be like completely off topic in less than 5 minutes. But
Hey, it makes it good though, bro.
Anyway, Shane, how have you been doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. How's the weather? I know over here. For those of you that don't know, Shane and I live about 2 hours away from each other, but over here the weather has actually been pretty good lately. Has it been colder up there? Or
It is like I think it's 30 degrees out right now. I know you guys are warmer because you're south and you don't have elevation.
yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but we're supposed to get like a couple inches tomorrow, and then Saturday or Sunday we could get up to 6 inches more.
So it's gonna start snowing over the weekend.
Yeah, at least that's what the weather said last night. But yeah, I've been good, man. I'm just a little tired. I've been watched Cobra Kai last night. It's pretty good, man.
Is it? Did they drop the season 2? I think I saw something about that. They released season 2 like yesterday, or was it today that they released it?
I'm not sure. I was on season 2 last night.
Okay.
But season 3 is out January something. But season 1, season 2, like it's really really good actually. It's a good show. Yeah, they're calling. Yeah, so I just checked again the weather. We're still supposed to get the same amount. But then it's supposed to snow Monday and Tuesday, and then turn to rain Wednesday through Saturday. So, whatever.
So what's your opinions on the? I don't think we really got a chance to talk about the whole next gen debacle. It came out on next gen a couple weeks ago, and it caused a big controversy on Twitter and in the Madden community. Honestly, from what I've seen, I think that I'm kind of glad that I'm on old generation. Because it looks like the defense just gets burned over top way too much. It almost looks like it's like the beta, like this year where you would have like 50 to 50 games every time.
Honestly, I have the money to go buy the new generation right now, right?
Right.
But there is absolutely no point for me to because A, not everyone has it, right? So money games aren't going to be that great trying to get the new. Yes, you can play old Madden on the new gen, but my main thing is, and I learned because back in the day, when there was a PlayStation 2, and you could order it for the PlayStation 3. One of my friends ordered a brand new PlayStation 3. We were pumped as could be back in the day, and it showed up, and it didn't work after like the first couple of days, and he had to send it back. They have too many errors. They have too many errors right away.
Well, do you think that? Well, do you think that? I almost think that that's kind of like an older issue because I know that like in the Xbox 360 era, there was the whole red ring of death for the Xbox 360 and something else with the PS3 too. But as far as like modern day consoles, I haven't really heard of. I mean, I'm sure there are issues with them, but I haven't heard of like one that's like as prevalent as like the red ring of death.
It just
issues.
says Tom's Guide. PS5 issues. Users have run into crashes, software issues, and systems being bricked. 2 days ago, PlayStation Lifestyle said PS5 crashing issues are getting out of hand with hard crashes on the console. Yeah, other things. They're trying to fix the update on the controllers. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm okay with not having it right now.
Yeah.
Because I'd be
I
pissed if I
mean,
dropped $500, bro, and I got one of them that bricked.
yeah. I mean, me too. Like if I had the money to buy a new PS5, I would probably spend it somewhere else because it's only like at this point it's only really a convenience factor for me to get it. So like if I happen to win it in like a contest or something, then that would be cool. But other than that, like I mean I've seen like the load times in the new gen, like it's not even like a load time at all. Like they just load you right into the game. It takes like a split
Yeah,
second.
and that's really
So
cool. And like, I mean, like some people be like, "Yeah, right. You just mad because you don't have one." Nah, I could go out tomorrow or tonight and go get one if there's
yeah.
availability. It's honestly for me, it's I have no need for it. I'm not a huge gamer,
Yeah,
so
same here. Yeah,
so I
same
mean,
here.
like,
I'm not.
yeah.
Yeah.
So why not keep the PS4 right now while Madden's doing all of its stuff, and then in Madden 22, when I need the PS5, I'll go buy one, and then the tournaments and all that stuff.
Yeah,
You know what
no.
I mean?
Yeah, it'd be way cheaper, cheaper then too. Cheaper.
Yeah. A lot of people are just buying it just to say that they have it, though. Some,
Yeah, that's
not
a
all
good
of them, but
point.
some of them.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think the thing that's most interesting though is because like with the PS5, like the microphone is built into the controller. So if you were like streaming on the PS5 and then you would say, okay, I'm about to run Hail Mary or something, then the guy on that you're playing against could hear you, and then you'd be like, oh, how does he know my plays or whatever?
I had that happen to me and my brother like a few years ago. Probably like 5 years ago. We didn't know that we kept our headset plugged in
Yeah, yeah.
when we were playing, and people were like reading our offenses, reading our defenses, and we had no idea why because we used to play together. Like he'd be offense, I'd be defense, or vice versa. And
Yeah,
finally,
yeah.
one guy was like, I can hear everything you guys are saying," and we figured out that we didn't unplug the microphone. And I don't know where we had it plugged in. I just remember it was kind of hanging up, so we might have plugged it in and forgot about it, to be honest. But that's why when I stream though, bro, I will lie what I'm doing sometimes. I don't know if you've noticed that. I'll be like, yeah,
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 yeah.
I think I'm gonna run five wide right here, or I think I'm gonna pass right here, or I'm gonna. It's because I know they can hear me if they want to.
Yeah. Well, I guess on stream it's not that big a deal because streams are like a few seconds delayed, but
Yeah, but I still make sure, bro. I don't know why.
just a paranoia getting to you. Yeah.
Paranoia got me looking in the mirror. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
kinda. I mean, for me, it's like so they're not gonna have any headphones for the PS5 or like this. So the
I
studio
think
mic is done.
I think that they will because I think that the one that's built into the controller is probably just like not that special, so they'll probably make ones that are like um higher quality for it. So
Well, yeah, I'll definitely need it. Maybe I hope the studio microphone still works, but if not, I guess I'll have to go buy a new one too.
yeah, I think it should work. The PS5 controllers look pretty good though. Like for me, I've always, even though that I've been on PS4 forever, but I kind of like because I kind of have big hands, so like the Xbox controllers kind of fit me better than the PS4 controllers, but it looks like the PS5 controller is a little bit bigger. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting to get used to. That's why I probably will go buy it like a month before I know Madden 22 is coming out,
yeah, yeah,
and then I'll just try to learn stuff. Um, I'm trying to figure out. We'll have to. I mean, you're gonna have to try to buy it next year too, right? So we can keep doing the
yeah,
podcast.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we gotta figure out something. But anyways, yeah.
you'd have to work something out. But yeah, for sure. So who do you think wins tonight between the Patriots and the Rams?
Man, I'm gonna lean towards the Rams.
You're gonna lean towards the Rams, yeah. I could probably see because it's gonna be kind of hard. Like we beat the Chargers, like we beat the crap out
Yeah,
of
what was
them.
it like 45-0 or something or 35?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we shut them out. They didn't score a single
See,
point the
because
whole
Bill
game.
Belichick's a
So,
genius on defense.
yeah,
That's why, honestly. So here, I'll say this: if Belichick can cook up a scheme to make Goff uncomfortable, I think you guys hang around. So I think it depends on Goff. That's gonna be the main factor in tonight's game. If Goff is off his game because Belichick cooked up a plan, I think you guys can pull off the upset, the win. Um, I just I just don't know if you guys are gonna be able to put up enough points. Like I know you guys did against the Chargers, and I don't know exactly what happened in the Chargers game. I heard like
yeah,
you had picks or whatever, right, and like stuff like that.
yeah. I think everything was kind of just clicking on all cylinders. So
I would think
we'll
it's
see.
funny though. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, like you like how did I kind of saw the highlights from the Giants game. It kind of looked like Russ was kind of, and I think I heard you on Twitter, but you said that Russ kind of had a bad game
He
that
just
game.
he looks like he's seeing ghosts, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he looks like he's starting to leave the pocket again like he did when he was in his year 2 or year 3, but back then in year 2, year 3, he had the speed, you know what I mean? Like he still,
yeah,
don't get me wrong, he still has better speed than most NFL players, but it's not the same anymore. You know what I mean? It's not
right, right.
where he can just duck and run. Now people know that he wants to duck and spin to his left. Always in the pocket, he wants to duck and spin to his left, but now he's slower too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like it's always it's funny when you're a sports fan to watch both sides. Like one side will blame Pete Carroll, one side will blame Russ. It'll either be like Pete Carroll is holding Russ back, or Russell Wilson is never gonna be an MVP like Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers. And it's all, I mean, it's hard for me honestly because like if Russell Wilson played for the Chiefs, I think he'd have Patrick Mahomes' numbers. I really do. Because guys like Andy Reid, guys like Sean McVay, they scheme their offense to be open. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, they're great offensive
They said,
minds.
well, yeah, and they said
Yeah,
something like, and don't quote me on this because it was like 3 weeks ago, but something like Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff's wide receivers have almost 2 to 3 yards of separation and
yeah, yeah.
of receivers being wide open. More than they're the like they were those two QBs had more of the wide open guys than anyone in the NFL. And it makes sense. Like Andy Reid's a genius on offense. Sean McVay's a genius on offense. That's why Rams do misdirection, jet sweeps. You know what I mean? Bubble screens,
Yeah,
and then like. I mean, come on. I'm not taking anything away from Patrick Mahomes. I think Jared Goff is just an average QB, okay? He's nothing
yeah,
special.
yeah,
But Patrick Mahomes is a Hall of Famer, anyways.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if most good QBs had 2 to 3 yards of separation for their receivers, they're gonna probably look pretty darn good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
And I'm not taking anything away from them. But like I said, Russell Wilson would put up godly numbers if he was with Andy Reid or Sean McVay, and it's just true. The problem is Russell Wilson does not like to check down all the time.
he's a gunslinger.
Yeah, he wants to go deep,
Yeah,
just like Russell Wilson.
yeah,
And excuse me, uh, they want to take the deep shot. They want to do, you know what I mean, pound the run and then go deep. Well, the problem is, like against the Giants, they were playing a cover too high. Well, if you look at the all-22, you'd have Chris Carson wide open underneath for 5 yards, or a tight end, or Hyde, and Russ would stand there and stare and look for DK or Tyler Lockett, and then the pocket would collapse. He had the longest time to throw in the whole NFL. And sometimes I defend Russ because some people are just like, it's always Russ's fault. Tom Brady would never do that. Aaron Rodgers would never do that. So on. And then sometimes I'm like, come on, man. The right tackle got burned, like, instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. Like, I feel like for example, Iron, like he's gonna be like on Tom Brady's side no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Or like, and there's some people that are gonna be on Russell Wilson's side no matter what. But like me, like I can be honest and say, well, sometimes it was their fault and sometimes it wasn't. So.
And that's what I mean. Like if I'm arguing with somebody who likes Pete Carroll more than Russell Wilson, they'll just say that I'm on Russell Wilson's nuts, or vice versa, right? Oh, you just trying to defend Pete Carroll, and to me, it's nothing like that. Excuse me, I was running water. I apologize. I forgot about the microphone. I was talking, anyways. And it's just sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it's Russ's fault. Sometimes it's the offensive line's fault. Sometimes people aren't as open as you hope, and it's like. Sometimes when I'm watching games, sometimes when I'm looking on Twitter and people are like, I would have made that throw. I would have. No, you wouldn't have. Just stop.
Yeah.
Your hands are small, probably, for one.
Yeah.
For two, if you have 290-pound linemen coming at you running a 4.8, you're going to be scared. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it's all catch-22, man. And if you say, hey, give me the best QB in the league, and somebody says Patrick Mahomes, okay, that's fair. If somebody says Aaron Rodgers, okay, that's fair. Somebody says Russell Wilson, okay, that's fair. The only difference I see with, like, Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes compared to Russell Wilson is they don't turn the ball over as much. And Russell doesn't turn it over a horrible amount. This year he's a little bit higher, but they have him to... Like, I think his career percentage is like 3.6 touchdowns to 1 interception, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy numbers. He's number 3 all time. Number 1 and 2, Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. You know who's number 4? Tom Brady. So Tom Brady's behind Russell Wilson by like, I think it was like 3 touchdowns to 1 pick. So he's almost like a touchdown less than Russell Wilson. But then, bro, Aaron Rodgers, like... He's at like 4 touchdowns to like 0.75 interceptions. Crazy numbers. And Patrick Mahomes, if he continues, will be better than Aaron Rodgers. That's how crazy it is if you really think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do think it's funny that everybody, like people that I knew were dogging on New England, right? Like, Tom Brady made Bill Belichick. Now they're only 1 game off of each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? 1 game off.
Yeah. Yep. 1 game off. So, we'll see. I mean, it's crazy though, and it's like, and the thing that and you know, the Steelers got their undefeated streak snapped by the football team, but. Like, I don't know why, but it kind of annoys me when people say like, oh, well, the Steelers didn't really have a tough schedule to be undefeated. And it's like, in my opinion, I feel like it's hard to go 11 games in the NFL winning, like, period, like, no matter the schedule. I think people that say that are just like casual fans that don't really know what's going on.
A lot of the fans, in my opinion, see, I'm using my opinion, I'm not saying it's facts, are, I don't really think that they're super knowledgeable, like X's and O's type, you know what I mean? So the emotion gets the best of them, right? You'll never hear me say Russ is a garbage QB, right? You'll hear me be like, Russ is having a crap game, right?
Yeah.
Those are two different spectrums. You know what I mean? I literally saw on Twitter people being like, Russ needs to be traded.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
realize he has 33 touchdowns to 11 picks. Like, that's damn good. So, yes, for the whole 11 game thing, it's kind of like, our old podcast co host for a little bit, how he was like, oh, they lost to that team. They're garbage. Nah,
Yeah.
any given Sunday, bro, these players are superstars. Like the
Yeah.
Giants or Washington, they were the stars of the stars in college football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're
Top one
still, yeah.
percent.
So they're still the
Yeah.
1% of the 1%. Just because they're not 11-0 or 10-1 or 9-2 doesn't mean they're garbage. Like, yes, I'll say this: if the Seahawks lose to the Jets this weekend, it'll be embarrassing, right? But it
Yeah.
won't
Well,
still be a
they.
complete shocker.
Yeah. Well. I guess did you see that they fired their defensive coordinator? I guess the Jets did.
Yeah, they fired Greg Williams because he called a cover zero blitz. I mean, but the thing is unfortunately, I would have never called that right. But I'm
Well,
not a
do you
coach.
think? Well, do you think that they did that on purpose though?
I think he didn't want any fluke to happen. Like I know some people's conspiracies were like he meant to lose the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We need the number one pick, but they already got the number one pick locked up. They do. I
Yeah.
think. Wait. I might be wrong. How many wins do the Jaguars have? 3.
I think they only have two.
Okay,
I
so
think
2. But
so.
even if they won that game, they'd still be one game behind the Jaguars. But that's
Yeah.
I think he got nervous. If you want to know the truth, he ended up losing his job. So I think he got nervous and was like, "Oh man, if I wait too long, you know what I mean? They might burn me and get a touchdown on a Hail Mary." So he decided to throw an all-out blitz. Usually, what that matters is when you throw an all-out blitz, your defense, your coverage in the back needs to be on point. But secondly,
Yeah.
usually you don't get as much time to throw a 60-yard touchdown pass. But the Las Vegas Raiders and Derek Carr did the correct line check and bought time. But here's the thing: if he would have sacked the QB, everybody would have been like, "What an amazing call! You didn't let him stand around and throw the ball." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of it like that. And and I guess when I think about it, that kind of relates to Madden and a little bit because a lot of times like if it's like the end of half or it's the end of game and they're trying for like the Hail Mary, there'd be some times where like I'll try to blitz them so that they don't get the pass off because you know that like if they do get the pass off, then there's a chance that you could get fluked out. So
Well, honestly, I don't. I mean, I think you've been in the stream, and I'm going to use what you're saying too because you're right. When I
yeah,
just sit back and like Hail Mary coverage, there's been times that their guys gotten behind my coverage, even if I'm playing over the
yeah,
top,
yeah,
and I luckily sack him, or he throws it and I switch up and run back and pick it off. If you've noticed lately, I've been in like deep Hail Mary or deep prevent coverage, but I've blitzed off the corners if you've noticed.
yeah, yeah. I've noticed that. So yeah,
But
and
and
it
I'm not going to
works
say
a lot of the
exactly
times.
what I'm going to
Yeah,
do, but it works a lot.
yeah,
And the thing is here, I'll say this: if the Jets were 8-2 at the time, right?
yeah,
Nobody would care. They'd be like, "What a dumb call! 8-3 should have been 9-2, yada yada."
yeah,
Well, think about New England when they lost to Miami. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. They sat back in deep prevent, and Gronkowski couldn't catch a guy on the edge for the touchdown for Miami.
yeah, yeah,
So it's the same thing, man.
yeah,
Was it risky? Yep. But if he blitzes everybody and they sack the QB, or he hits the QB and it's a duck and it's a pick, everybody's like, "What a call! The 0-10 Jets." But instead, he got burned, and that's just the way it is. It's just like Madden. You make a call, and it burns everybody. You're like, "Well, I'm awesome," and then you make a call, and you're like, "Why did I do that?" You know what I mean? So I mean, it's all catch 22.
yeah. It's all catch 22 for sure. All right, so let's go to today's poll questions. Shout out to Shane. He always comes up with unique poll questions that I like quite a bit. Um, but this one, the one that won, was a celebrity encounter, something like that. Um, uh, Shane, do you have any celebrity encounters that you'd like to share first?
I haven't ran into many. Well, I have. Back in the day, Seahawks used to be. They'd train at Cheney at EW,
Yeah.
and we got autographs from them, which was really cool. But I mean, I was young, I didn't care. And honestly, I'm not a huge celebrity. Like, I don't want to say it the wrong way, but like, I don't think celebrities are gods. Okay, is it
Yeah.
cool? Sure, but like, I know people that would like drop their drawers for any celebrity, and so my famous encounter was we were in Las Vegas, 2013 or 2000. It was 2014. It was February 2014, and my brother's a huge Mike Tyson fan. I like Mike Tyson. My brother was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get a sit down with Mike Tyson. I'm gonna get a photograph with him, right?" We're
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cool." So we sat there. We are just chilling, and my brother went back there, and he has two huge security guards with him, right? Like probably,
Yeah.
like probably like 6'7", 6'8", 400 pounds of like muscle, right? Well, my brother's like, yo, I got more people that can sit down, right? But he only paid for himself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it's expensive, but he only technically paid for one person. And my brother's like, can more people come? And the security guard's like, nah, right? Like, no.
Right.
And Mike
Yeah.
Tyson's like, nah, man, it's cool. You know how he talks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring them all back. So we bring them back, and we actually had a guy that didn't like Mike Tyson go back with us. He was a family friend, right?
Mm.
After he met Mike Tyson, now he loves Mike Tyson, right? Well, it was funny because he acted like he was gonna bite our family friend's ear off
Oh
in the
wow.
photograph, and he was really cool, but like it was, I don't want to say it was intimidating, but you could just feel the
You can
not
feel the
machismo, but you
tension.
could feel that he could switch on a dime with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So
his
you can
hands,
feel the
bro, for his size, were like double my hand size. And I have decent sized hands. I don't have humongous hands, but
yeah.
he has,
Yeah.
like, you could tell why he was putting people to sleep. You know what I mean? And fighting. And then his head was humongous, bro. Like, it's obvious why he was a good fighter. Besides, I mean, look, when he went against Roy Jones Jr. and they were just exhibition boxing, you could tell at 54 he'd clean out anyone almost that wasn't a fighter or pro fighter. So
Yeah.
that was my famous encounter. He was really really cool, man. Uh, he he was courteous and all that stuff, but I mean, just like I would never want to hang around when he was like 25, 26, or even older doing cocaine and him snapping. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Definitely
but
not.
no, it was really cool. It was really really cool to meet Mike Tyson. Like,
Yeah.
it
That's
was fun,
awesome.
man.
Yeah. So for me, there was this one time. It was like a couple years ago that I went to a Tech Nine concert. Shout out to Tech Nine. I think that Tech Nine doesn't get a lot of credit, and like as far as like his legacy, like I think he's probably one of the best of all time. But that's a conversation for another day. But he did, excuse me, he does a lot of touring, and he comes to like Spokane and stuff like that a lot. Well, this one time he came, and then I saw him live, and it was after the concert, and he had his co-artist, which his name is Chris Calico. He was another rapper that raps along with him. Well, anyway, my brother goes up to get an autograph, and so he hands him the CD, right? And
Yeah.
then and then he signs the CD, and then he gives it to some chick after that.
Wait,
And then
what?
he and then he was like, "Yo, that was my CD or whatever." And then he kind of like played it off like he didn't like he didn't do it, but that was pretty funny. Pretty
Damn, that's cold, man.
That was cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. You know what? Actually, man, I've been to like certain concerts, right?
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne was one of the best I've ever seen live.
Yeah,
He
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is the man. I'd like to see him live for
bro, he
sure.
rocked it. He rocked it, bro, and he came out for a second
Yeah.
set. He said, "Hey, cheer loud if you want me to come out." Blah blah blah. So people cheer loud.
Yeah.
He did a second set. Like, I mean, he rocked it. We're in the shoot. I can't remember where. I don't. It wasn't the Tacoma Dome. It was an outdoor scene. I think it was in Auburn. It was in Auburn, Washington. And
Yeah.
Rick Ross was there. Rick Ross killed it. Actually, Kerry Hilson killed it.
Yeah.
Um, we went and saw Bone Thugs and Harmony in Spokane. And funny
Yeah.
thing is like Bone Thugs and Harmony was cool with Tupac and Biggie, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they were like, "Yo, put it up, put twos up for Tupac," and then they play like "Hail Mary," right? And everybody's like, "Yeah, Tupac, woo!"
Yeah.
They did it for Biggie, and the crowd started booing. And Busy Bone got so angry, bro, and he said, "Yo, y'all keep booing, we leaving." So then the crowd kind of cheered, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but that was funny. One of the worst ones, honestly, and I'm gonna be honest, for a guy that I like, was Snoop Dogg's.
Yeah.
And that was only because he made us wait like 3 hours. Like,
What was he? Yeah, was he high or something?
it was about money
Yeah.
with
Oh,
the
yeah.
knitting factory in Spokane. But like, bro, we
Yeah.
showed up at like 7 o'clock, watched the under like the lower whatever they're called, the artists
The
before them.
opening, the
Yeah,
opening acts.
and they were
Yeah.
whatever, bro. Like I knew a couple of the
Yeah.
guys from Airway. They're not that great. But anyways, that's not the point.
Yeah.
And they played it right, and we're sitting there. The lights are still out.
Yeah.
People are drinking. People are having fun, and we literally waited there for like probably 2 hours in between his set, or in between the first set to his set, of nobody playing. They turned the lights back on. It
And
was
then,
it
and
was
then,
horrible.
and that's so we're like, so were people in the concert getting pissed, like almost like about to, like to start rioting
I
and
think some
stuff.
people left. If you want to know the truth,
Yeah.
from what I can recall, because it was like 6, 7 years ago, I think some
Yeah.
left because like it became like it was supposed to go from like 7 to 10 to it was like 11:30, 11:45 when we went out, and he only rapped for like an hour, which is a lot. But I mean,
Yeah.
my back hurt so bad from just standing there and no water or anything. Like a
Yeah.
5 hour concert, but we really saw like 2 to 2.5 hours of rapping or performances. That was
Right.
terrible. I mean, horrible. Like I'm not even a hard rock guy, and we went and saw Tool, and Tool killed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, to me, it's like I don't know, man. That was one of the worst concerts I've been to, but that's just me. So
Yeah. I still hope like you've been like I think you've been kind of like kind of around the I don't know what I'm trying to say, but really what I'm asking is when Eminem was kind of, like he doesn't really tour much now, but like back when he was like in his prime or whatever, like do you know if he ever, came up like to our area or do you
yeah, he did.
remember?
My brother actually, my brother's best friend, family friend, and another one of his good friends actually went to the Tacoma Dome and saw Up in Smoke.
The Up in Smoke tour, holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with Doc.
yeah,
I think it was
yeah, I
Dr.
know what
Dre,
you mean.
right?
Yeah,
Snoop,
yeah. Dr.
Eminem.
Dre and Ice Cube. Ice Cube was there too.
Yes, okay, so all of them. And
Yeah,
they said my brother said it was the best concert ever, and
yeah,
they dressed up and acted like they were rappers and fooled some girls, so they got lucky. But anyways, that's a different story for
yeah,
a different day. But like, yeah, the
yeah.
people thought they were rappers, like the opening act. That's how much people don't pay attention to. The opening act. But yeah, so he went to the Up and Smoke and he said Eminem killed it, Snoop killed it,
Yeah.
Dre killed it, everybody there killed it. I think Exhibit was there too.
Yeah, he was there too. I think I saw the DVD or whatever.
So I mean that
But
would have been one of the legit
yeah,
concerts to go to.
yeah, that would have been legendary.
But I
Um,
mean, yeah, I mean,
so why didn't you go?
oh, I
Just
was
didn't get the
little.
chance, or oh, you were little. Oh, okay, I
I think
guess.
it was like 99, 2000 maybe. I mean, I was like
Yeah,
15, I wasn't
somewhere in
little,
there.
but I was like 15,
Yeah,
and my brother was 21. He's not,
yeah,
they're not going to go with me, who can't go to clubs or the bar.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it was. Hey, off topic. We're gonna get off topic. I just remembered one of the funniest things. So one day we went to Sandpoint, Idaho, for a basketball tournament, right?
Yeah.
And my brother was like 2021. I think I was like 15, 16, and we're in his Mercedes, right? Or Jaguar, excuse me. It was a Jaguar at the time. And we pulled in to this like little like by Sandpoint water. I don't remember where it was. It was by the water, but we pulled in and there's like a bunch of like country dudes. Then on the other side there's a bunch of preppy dudes, right? And then girls, right? So it was
Yeah.
weird because you got one side where it's just country people, right? Like guys and you know what I'm talking about. Cowboy boots,
Yeah.
cowboy jeans, and then on the other side is button up at the time with anyway, so we're rolling by and my brother's like bunch of dorks to the preppy guys, right? Just because the preppy guy
Yeah.
kind of looked like a jerk. He was a jerk. Well, he flipped off his sandals and he was so fast that my brother had to hit the gas hardcore in the Jaguar to get away from him. He was that fast, bro. So then we circle back around, right, and we tell the Cowboys what's up. So they're like, "Oh man, we hate them preppy boys over there. We have issues with them." So there's about to be a brawl, right? And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So I was young then, and right, and the cops pulled in, and the preppy guy's like, "Nah," and he pointed to my brother. He's the one causing all the trouble, right? Which is
Yeah.
kind of true. It was kind of true. And the officer looks at me, and it's a woman, right? And now remember, I'm
Yeah.
14. I haven't gone through puberty yet, so I'm still like
Yeah.
5'2", 5'3". And she's like, "Honey, what happened?" And I'm like, "Officer, I was so scared. I was really scared." So she's
Yeah.
like, "You guys can go," and then she just like, "You guys stay here," and freaked out on the preppies. And then I was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
I can't believe it worked." It was a little bit shady, I'm not gonna lie, but it was good acting, man. I wasn't that scared. I wasn't scared at
Yeah.
all, actually. It was just, I don't know. Anyways, it just made me remind me of that because you said, "Why didn't you go?"
Yeah, that was good times. But that's like probably I think that's probably on the bucket list for me. Like if Eminem ever does come,
I
like
don't think he'll ever
here,
come around here again, bro.
you
Unless
don't
he's
you
like
don't think,
60.
or you don't think like maybe you don't think that he might come to Seattle or something like that.
I don't know. Does he even
No.
tour that much anymore?
He says that he doesn't really tour anymore because it like when he goes on tour he's tempted to get back into drugs and stuff. So when he does do shows, it's usually like in Europe and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's so crazy that, like, yeah, because, like, he has a hard time staying off the drugs, huh? When he's out
yeah,
and about. That sucks. I mean, because he's cool to me, but, like, I don't know tons about him. Like, I know enough, but, like, if you ask me about Tupac, I know everything about him. You know what I mean? So, like, I know you're a
yeah,
huge Eminem fan.
yeah,
But, yeah, I mean, that would be cool if he came in. I mean, I'd go see him. Just,
yeah.
it,
Or 50 Cent.
yeah,
50 Cent would be
you want to know
cool.
some
Yeah,
crazy is you know who Jimi Hendrix is?
yeah. Of course, of
My
course.
dad had a chance to go see him in Spokane
Yeah,
Arena, and he ended up not going because he wanted to hang out with the girl. He even had tickets to go,
yeah,
and he's like, "I regret that now." Because I mean, at the time,
yeah,
I think he was 19, 20. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And you don't think about like the artist dying or overdosing, or I don't even know how Jimi Hendrix died. So I like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he overdosed, didn't he?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, and like so, yeah. But my dad could have saw him. My dad did see Elvis in Spokane.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he said Elvis killed it. It was when Elvis was heavy at the time. When he, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I think it was a few years before he died. I thought he said 76, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it was like a few years before he died, and he's starting to, take all those pills and drugs and not taking care of himself. But he said he killed it. Like he was
yeah,
really
yeah,
good still.
yeah.
But anyways, those are
I,
some of the cool concerts that I've been told about. Like Honestly, you can laugh, man. I'm gonna be honest to my group. I want to go see Celine Dion. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I really want to
All
see
right.
her, man.
All right. Let me ask you this though. What's your favorite Lil Wayne song? If you had to pick one, if you.
Actually, forgot about us. I don't know if that's the right song title, but it's forgot about
Yeah.
us. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. For me, I like right above it. That's a classic. Or
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
six
I
foot, 7 foot.
what was the one, man? I'm trying to figure out what was the one that I always used to. Damn, I can't remember the song, man. I'm drawing a blank. Like when people ask me certain times, it's like I draw a blank because I don't always listen to Lil Wayne, but
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some tracks that I love, and it was a back in the day song. It was not Fireman. It was oh, Go DJ. That was my
Oh yeah,
DJ.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
DJ.
Have you heard "Mirror on the Wall" with Bruno Mars?
Yeah, I have
Or
actually. That's a pretty
yeah,
dope ass song.
yeah, I like that song. That's a classic for sure. Yeah.
Um, you know what though? What was one of my favorite songs is what I think it was. He was like, I feel like I'm dying. I feel like I'm flying. I can't remember, but rapped it
Yeah.
like that, and it was like one of the coolest songs. And I don't know if it was just a like underground song, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or but yeah, him and Eminem had a good song together, wasn't it? Drop the World.
Yeah. No love.
Oh yeah,
No.
no, was it two of them, right?
Yeah. No.
I still think Eminem was better than Lil Wayne on both, but that's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, Eminem, like, whenever Eminem is like featured on a verse, he usually destroys the
Well,
verse.
yeah, like
The
kind of like
person.
Jay Z's Renegade.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the best
I'm a
ones.
renegade.
Yeah,
That's a
he killed
classic.
it, man. You know who I really like though, and I appreciate it as I've gotten older is DMX.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always thought he was like this big dude growing up, and then I realized he was just a little dude.
He was on crack though a lot of the time. A lot.
Yeah, but his voice like arr arr. Uh, I actually like Ja Rule too. Like I know a lot of people are
Yeah.
like they like to crap on him now, but he had some classic songs. Like honestly, is
Yeah.
he
The
is he a top 10? No, but he's good.
yeah. The only I only know of him because of like Nail in the Coffin and like
You
stuff
know,
like that.
but you don't know him in Ashanti song when he was super popular. Always be on time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he had some really good songs, and he should like. Unfortunately, he went against a rapper who was better in Eminem,
Yeah.
but it's also because Eminem and 50 Cent were the popular thing at the time. And I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had good songs. I like the one line in the freestyle, man, and it's against Eminem, but it's like, what was that? Oh, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim's a gnome. So what's Haley gonna be when she grows up?
Yeah, I think that was Benzino, right? Ben.
No, that was Ja Rule, the freestyle.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. I wasn't gonna say it, but I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's pretty hard, man. That was a good line. Except then when he spelled murder wrong though. He was like MRDRE or whatever. And I'm like, what the
That
hell?
was. I think that was better than Machine Gun Kelly. Well, I don't know. Machine Gun Kelly did pretty good, but I think both of them were pretty good actually.
My wife,
But
yeah, I did like Gun Kelly's diss. I like, um, but my wife actually was funny because I didn't notice, and I'm gonna be honest. She's like, Eminem's gonna come back, and I go, you really think so? Like, I mean, he's
yeah,
ignores people more, and she's like, yeah, he's gonna. Machine Gun Kelly should shut up and not say
yeah,
anything. But when she was watching this video of Machine Gun Kelly's diss, she was like, that's a good diss, right?
yeah,
That's a good diss. She's like, but what the hell is he eating in the bowl? And she
yeah,
goes, I guarantee you, Eminem says something about that, and then he did say that.
yeah.
It was yeah,
I read.
the hardest
I
line that everybody like paused on at the end was about Puffy killing Tupac or put the hit out on Tupac.
yeah.
But it's true.
Yeah, my favorite one was like I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you. 20. Yeah.
Oh yeah, or live in my shadow. That was a good one
Yeah.
too. The Puffy one was true though. That's why people like Puffy got mad and people were like, "Wow," because Puffy paid Southside Crips to protect him and Biggie in California.
Yeah, that's another topic for another day, but
Right? Yeah, we need to. We
yeah.
can definitely delve into that, dude. I'm well versed and I know people. So,
Yeah.
anyways, we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I mean the worst diss, like to me, honestly, is "Long Kiss Goodnight" by Biggie. Not because he went at Tupac, which is my favorite rapper. I just feel like you don't really like if you're dissing him like all the time, right? Like let's say me and you are we don't like each other, right?
Yeah.
And me and you are dropping disses against each other, and then I die, and you still take a shot at me. Oh well, right? At least
Yeah.
it's whatever. At least you're man enough to call me out. I just felt like Biggie was always subliminally dissing Tupac and wouldn't come out and say it. Then when he dies, he came out with "Long Kiss Goodnight."
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, I actually got to wrap this up. I got something that just came up, but
Oh, we good. We good. We good.
yeah, yeah, it's all good. But other than that, do you have anything else that you'd like to touch on before we wrap it up, or
I'm gonna
you
win
good?
18 games on Weekend League. That's my goal.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for Shane's weekend league stream. He's gonna get legend today. I can feel it. So be there for
Hopefully,
that.
or I start 0-6.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
then
feel
it's
I
like,
feel 18 wins. I feel 18 wins. Yep, Pizza Boy. We'll be doing Weekend League soon, man. I might play a couple games right after this, after I feed the baby, and then a few more tonight, and then I'll play way more Friday and Saturday. But yeah, let's wrap this up. This is the West Coast Podcast. Shane got you 11 and Trey. We will be back December 17th.